also studying abroad in Taiwan, and actually I've dated with a black.
What's going on, guys? So this is a TikTok from Haruno Nakagawa, and she has a lot of TikTok followers. She's actually growing a small YouTube channel. I think I'll link it in the bio, but I want to show it for a couple of reasons. One is you can see the cultural kind of differences going on with her. And so a lot of times, especially for people in America, we kind of misconstrue things as maybe racist or whatever, but sometimes it's just a simple difference in culture, as you're going to see in this TikTok.
In Japan, we think they're scary, but they're fancy. From my perspective, I don't know what other people think, but I think they're fancy, but I kind of a little bit scary. Okay, the reason. When I was a child, when I was in elementary school, junior high school, or high school, there are no black people in Shibuya or in Roppongi. If you go out at night, there's so many black people there, but you know, like when I was a kid, like I don't go out.
Okay, so just so you understand about the way Tokyo is, like Shibuya and Roppongi is a play kind of shopping type hangout area. So it's, I mean, you really think about it, it's like a really big mall, if you will. I'm trying to think of a cool area where, you know, if you're high school and you would go hang out with your friends for, you know, 4, 5, 6 hours, just walk by shops, drink coffee and stuff like that. That's pretty much what Shibuya Roppongi is. And Roppongi is a bit upscale, so people that are hanging out with Roppongi have money. So she's not broke. She's not coming from a broke family.
So like I didn't really talk with them, and only my impression was like, you know, I don't know if they're still there, but like if you go to Takeshita-dori in Harajuku, there are some black people trying to sell watch, like
Africans.
And watch, and they're kind of like trying to sell the watch like aggressively, and that was only my impression for black people when I was a child. So maybe that's why, because I was seeing like kind of black people. Like pretty sure they're also kind, but their way to sell something was kind of aggressive. So that's why I felt scary.
Okay. If you've ever been to that area, Roppongi or Shinjuku is a bit expensive, but maybe Shibuya like that, they have, I said Africans, like I'd say a good number of Africans. They have the shops where they sell like the hip hop type stuff and they'll sell watches and stuff like that. And a lot of guys, at least the last time I went, will pretend like they are from, you know, America, the States, and they'll kind of use some of the hip hop jargon, but they'll be pretty aggressive in trying to sell stuff because, I mean, I guess they got to get sales. But again, she's kind of conflating all black people as one monolith, and you'll see as she continues.
I never got to talk with them until I turned 20 in my life. So because there are no black people. If you go to Shibuya or like I don't know, Roppongi, or currently there's so many like black people there. I grew up in Tokyo, but around my place there are no black people. And then actually when I went to Tanzania for the first time when I was in university, I was so scared. There are no Asians. And even I didn't see any like white people there. There are only black people. And I was like, oh, this is so scary. I don't know, I just felt so scary. And then
again, you can tell that she's got money. She comes from a family that's got money. So I'm not sure if she was volunteering, but she went to English school in Taiwan. She comes from money. So you can tell that young ladies, no matter where they are, if they have the resources, they can basically, I mean, she's not Valley Girl like, but you could mistake her for an American. They'll put it that way.
At the airport, and I never seen in my life, so I was like, oh, this is so scary. But after that volunteering, I realized, oh, they're actually really kind, and it's so nice to talk with them. But after that, I was studying abroad in Taiwan. I made a lot of friends, but black people friends there, like from Canada or from America. Also studying abroad in Taiwan, and actually I've dated with a black person for 3 months, but it's just a dating. And after that, she like I
want to put context into that. So remember I told you that she's quite well off. I mean, if you study abroad, like you have money. That's dad writing a check. And part of the reason why she has to quote unquote keep it secret is because, you know, when people here invest in their children. Okay, they invest in their children through college. So if you want to go overseas to study, okay, how much does it cost? Write the check. And when dads are writing checks like that, a lot of those dads don't want you bringing back home a black guy. Continuing.
Friends from abroad here in Tokyo, and she's also black. And it's fancy because that is because if you go to Shibuya or Roppongi or Harajuku, I'm pretty sure you see a lot of modeling, advertisement, sign, like black people wearing cloth. That's it.
She said that she also has a good friend. I think the friend is a black lady. So you can get a feel that, at least in Tokyo, right? She's, that's just kind of her life. And so I think a lot of people make broad assumptions, and in a way she's kind of doing the same thing herself, because I mean, she's 20, she's really young. So she just hasn't had a chance to just really meet a lot of people. But you can see from her perspective, as well as other people's perspective, you might think that very few Japanese people can speak English. And that's, in a way, is true. But for some people, they speak almost fluent English, as you can hear here. And for people in Japan, a lot of them don't have a lot of experience meeting black people. And so a lot of times, guys, people will think, oh, people are being racist or they're being overly sensitive, when a lot of times, especially for people in a country like Japan, a lot of what they think about black people is simply coming from television. It's nothing good or bad. It's just what happens when cultures bump into each other. So if you do go overseas, especially to a country that's homogenous like this one, don't take everything so personally. Sometimes it's just things that are lost in translation. Thanks for watching, like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Take care, guys.